Hello and welcome. I know you're thinking, wow, Elizibar, that's a lot of comic books. It is. This is basically how they were left after my new comic book day stream yesterday. We're not actually going to look at any of these books. This was a bait and switch. Not really, because I wasn't really baiting you with anything, and I wasn't really switching you with anything. I just hadn't moved them yet. And I thought, hey, that might make a kind of a funny intro, because what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about... Let me go over here and get it. Well, I guess I got to step back. You know, I'm jumping right in, and really, I should step back because there's more to talk about than just, hey, this one cool thing, you know. I got kind of nostalgic. The first time I've used eBay in like 20 years, right here. Maybe it's more like 15, but still, you get the point. I got it. The last one I needed. At least that's what CLZ says. I just noticed when I was looking through my box to find... my bin, to find something else, which I have now misplaced. Oh my gosh, where did I put it? There it is. There it is. Okay. Alright, we can stop panicking. But, yeah, this is one of my favorite Marvel miniseries. It's one of the few trades I bought. You can see it right here. I've only read the trade maybe twice. It's in actually really great shape to be as old as it is. Let's see if we can see when this was printed up. It looks like 2001. So this trade's kind of old. The trade is about as old as the last time I used eBay. Huh. So anyway, I got this. It took a little longer to get here than I wanted. I actually wanted to have this for the new comic book day stream yesterday. I'm going to rebag it, get it out of this old bag, get it out away from this old board. It's got a stamp on it. The bag's kind of big. I think the book will slide around it, so I'm going to rebag it. But that got me thinking, you know, I was nostalgic. This is the first Infinity Gauntlet comic book I owned. I had it as a kid. I don't remember when it came out. It says December. I do remember having it around when my grandparents, or at least my grandmother, was coming to visit us in Hawaii. And I read this book a lot. A whole lot. I think I got the wrong one out. I have 2 copies of this. I think I just got the other one out instead of the one I owned as a kid. The one I owned as a kid was not, didn't hold together as well as this. Well, I don't want to distract you by going and digging through, but it was a well-loved comic book. Look at this cover. Like, put yourself in my shoes. You're like 10. You're like 10. Oh, man. Actually, no, I take it back. I think this is the one I had as a kid, because it was a newsstand copy. Haha! I just remember being in worse shape than it actually is. Well, anyway, that doesn't matter. I love this book because it did its darndest to try to portray crazy, impossible things. That does not look right to me. Wasn't this a 2-page spread in the middle of the book? Maybe I'm thinking of this page. But there's so much crazy stuff happening in this book. Like, I didn't know who most of these people were. Like, okay, Hulk, got that one. Silver Surfer, got that one. Doctor Strange, got that one. I don't know who this is, or her, or him, or him, or him when I was a kid. Like, this was all mysterious to me, and I opened it up. And there's this whole world of crazy stuff going on. You know what? I'm going to leave you on that page. I'm going to go find the other one I have. Ow. As I proceed to bash my knee in. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I got the bags mixed up somehow. Oh no, this one does look like it's in better shape. It's also a Direct edition. Let's open it up. I'm not scared of opening up comics. I mean, maybe if I was Dollar Bear Reviews, you know, I'd be really crazy and I'd get out like a Carl Barks Scrooge McDuck, and then everybody would start screaming at me because, what are you doing, you maniac? But I just wanted to flip through. No, it is split in this one. Okay. I don't remember it looking like that, but I guess I was wrong. Some absolutely crazy things happen, man. Absolutely crazy. Like, you can't describe what's happening. I don't know who most of these guys are. I don't know who Galactus is. The rest of them? I don't know. It's just full of crazy stuff that captured my imagination when I was a kid. Squeaky chair. Let's rebag this son of a gun. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's hold off on rebagging it. I'm going to pose a question in another video later. I just realized. So, but my point is, it's a book that really meant a lot to me because there was so much going on. Like, you can trust kids. They will catch on very quickly to what's going on. But when I saw that cover, the final battle, and I saw all these crazy, crazy looking dudes, I knew I had to check it out. And I'm so glad that I did. This is a story that stayed with me for, 30 years now, basically. So I got the trade. And it's fantastic. It starts off. Here's the thing. The Infinity War movie isn't based on the Infinity Gauntlet. It's actually it's the Thanos quest, the prequel story, where Thanos wins. And that's where we start off, is Thanos winning. He's trying to woo death, builds her this beautiful spectacle. There are side stories in... what all does this have collected in? Is it just the main series? 4, 4, 6, 8, 8. Yeah, it looks like it's just the main series. There's all sorts of crazy stuff that he does in other books, like Silver Surfer and things like that. Where you see, like, he creates a whole world full of people who just suffer and die. But the heroes are heroic, the villains are villainous, and you get depicted things that don't really exist. Like, they can't. Like, the universe is nonsensical at a certain point because of the way the Infinity Gems work. He's rewriting reality as he's fighting people. And there's great human moments. Here, the heroes faltering one by one as they try to assault infinite power. Like the Vision phasing, right? Doesn't work. Cyclops, he gets his head encased in a material that stops his beam, suffocates, dies. Thor loses his hammer. Just all sorts of great, great stuff happens. And we're just going to kind of flip through. There's one... Oh, we actually got to the part I wanted to get to. So here, Captain America, he's just a guy. He's just a guy on a cosmic battlefield. Like, even though he's peak humanity, he's just a guy. And he faces off against omnipotence. As long as one man stands against you, Thanos, you'll never be able to claim victory. Noble sentiments from one who is about to die. I've lived my life by those sentiments. They're well worth dying for. Shatters his shield. Thanos is always pleased to honor such a foolish request. And then, hope. It's Captain America now. He means the stuff he said, but it was a distraction. It was all a distraction. So the Silver Surfer, moving at superluminal speeds, try to get the Gauntlet. And he failed. And with that play, with the last of the mortal, non-cosmic beings having played their part, it's time for this, the real showdown. Issue 5, baby. And where I came in was with issue 6. At the end of this stuff, Come on, I want that one spread that's so glorious. I mean, look at this stuff, man. I know we looked at this in the actual issue 6, but it's a beaut. I love the Kirby dots, man. There's everything. This is why I remember it being a 2-page spread that made sense. This is probably how it was supposed to be, and I don't know who printed it the way they did in the actual floppy, but look at this. The universe itself is being torn asunder. Like, this is just a representation so that your mind, a human being, can comprehend it. But you have order and chaos, twisting reality, love and hate, all the Celestials, Galactus, Eon the Living Planet, the Beyonder, like all these beings that can warp reality, can reshape things, and they're all pouring their everything into the fight. And I've skipped a lot of the details. Like, there's great stuff. Thanos' brother, Star Fox, trying to twist his emotions. It doesn't work. Of course, half the universe dies. You knew that. No, the snap. In fact, where is the snap? Let me find that. Oh, was it the anything panel? I know you're not looking at anything. Here, hold on. Let me just put a book down so you can look at a book. I know I'm rambling. I don't really know where to start. Like, there's so much stuff I love in this book. There's lots of human moments. People discovering things, trying to save lives when they find that people are dead. There's chaos. There's lots of very human stuff going on. There's the Black Widow saving people. The gods get into conferences. Namor's like underground, everything, or underwater, everything's falling apart. He doesn't know why. Of course, Pip the Troll. Character I don't really care about, but yeah, there's Mephisto hanging out, lurking at the gates of power. The whole series is great. I was talking to somebody a while back, and they said that they didn't consider it to really be a Marvel story. And I kind of see their point, but it is at the same time. Even though it's this big cosmic playground, battlefield, at the core, it's all very human. I know, I'm talking about somebody that's in love with death. It's all very human. He's in love, and he's going to do whatever it takes to win that love. Very cheeky, come and get me, right there. If you haven't read the Infinity Gauntlet, well, this is your chance. I think they did a reissue for the movie that came out back this summer. Has it been longer than that? I don't know. I've kind of lost track of time with Marvel movies. So many come out, it's hard to keep up. But the Infinity Gauntlet is a great story. It's very classic Jim Starlin. This is like the best Marvel cosmic stuff that they did for a long time. The Cancerverse stuff from the mid-2000s is also really good. It's in one of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I forget what the name of that story arc is, but that's also pretty fantastic. Follows up on War of Kings, I think was the name of it. It's great stuff. This is kind of like the peak. When I was a kid, this was the first event I experienced. And I only had the one issue. I only had the one issue. I've got like an issue of Warlock and the Infinity Watch I had when I was a kid. It's like the 4th one or something. Like, that's the next thing I had after this. And I got like one issue of Infinity Crusade when I was a kid. Like, being a kid was rough in the 90s, man. You didn't get stuff because it wasn't easy to get stuff. Kind of meant that you treasured the things you did get at least a little bit. Man, did I really pay $14 for that? Oof. No, I didn't. I got it half off. That's why I bought it. Half off, baby. So it was only $7 for me. Let me get my number 1 back over here. It's not in the best shape. I'm going to open it up off camera, take a look at it, see how it looks. and then I'll give the seller some feedback, because the seller was very gracious and tracked down the tracking number because the book vanished in Chicago for a week. I guess it went to party or something. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I guess there's like one other thing we can talk about with the Infinity Gauntlet. Like, look at the art. Look at the art. Because didn't they change artists halfway through this? Let's see, number 3, George Perez pencils. Yeah, and somebody else did the pencils. Stan Lee presents the Infinity Gauntlet. No, it's still George Perez. Why did I think they changed pencilers? Oh, is it because they had different inkers on the first issue? That must be it. Oh no, they did. Ron Lim. Here we go. Yeah, looking at it now, you can see the art change. But you know, like as a kid, even the first time I read the trade, I didn't notice the art change. I only noticed it because I happened to be looking up something. And I was like, wait, that person worked on this? And then I was like, oh, they did, and somebody else did. And that's the only reason I even noticed that the artist changed. There was something back in the day, I guess drawing the Marvel way, right? It's a great example. The art style is maybe a little different. Yeah, it's really like heavy on the flat blacks over here. And it's not so on this. But they're similar enough that it doesn't really hurt me. Sometimes when I look at a book, like let's take X-Men Black Emma Frost, for example, this completely incompatible art styles jammed together in the same floppy. This is at least spread across different issues, and you had like a month. But you know what? I've been talking for at least 15 minutes. I'm going to shut up and let you go. But I just kind of had to share my exuberance for the Infinity Gauntlet, because I really love this series. I'm not sure I made any good points. I just rambled a lot. Oh, look at Wolverine, man, in that costume. It's pretty great, isn't it? Even the enigmatic Watcher was spared. What else, or what use is godhood if you have no audience to flaunt it before? My Lord Thanos, stay thy hand. The unseemly interruption may just be opportunity disguised. Speak your mind, Mephisto. Yeah, that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. Oh, but then they get together in, like, the Infinity Crusade to stop the goddess, so... Hey, party time, right? Party time. I'll see you all next time. You have a great day. I'm hanging up now. Bye-bye.